Well, when we reached the 10-year anniversary of the first movie, a lot of people had been encouraging us to do a new one, and I realized that there have been two huge changes in the last decade. Number one, unfortunately, the climate-related extreme weather events are more numerous and destructive. But number two, we've got the solutions now, and that's why people come out of this movie feeling so hopeful. They've come down and cost so much, they're really taken over, and soon they'll be cheaper everywhere, and that makes it easy to be a part of the solution.
It seems to be all about money. I mean, if renewable energy becomes way less expensive than fossil fuels, this conversation won't be really happening, will it?
Well, you see that in the movie, in the conservative Republican red city of Georgetown, Texas, overwhelmingly for Trump, but the mayor is a CPA, and he looked at the money and the savings that they could make. And so they switched to 100% renewable energy, and their electricity bills have gone down quite a bit, and the air is cleaner as a result.
Reason whatsoever?
Well, we knew when we were making the movie that we would have to wait to see the outcome of the election last fall and then what policies would be put in place. And I personally spent a lot of time trying to persuade Donald Trump to stay in the Paris Agreement. I thought there was a chance he'd come to his senses, but I was wrong, and I knew there was a chance that he wouldn't. And so we always anticipated putting that in at some point. And the directors, Bonnie Cohen and John Chink, wisely decided to integrate it near the end of the movie, so it's completely up to date.
When you're doing all these rounds, I'm sure when you get into the news organizations like the CNNs and when you're live on television, how do you not get, they're going to want to talk politics with you. Do you have a game plan to try to bring it back to talking about this?
Well, I wouldn't call it a game plan, but it's more of a determination on my part to make sure that we deal with the climate crisis effectively as a country and as a world. And increasingly, people are taking it out of politics. That mayor of Georgetown, Texas, for example. And now there are a whole bunch of Republican members of Congress who've switched their positions, and the Republican mayor of Miami just said, this can't be a political issue, it's an American issue.
Who do you think the biggest challenge of all, when you look at climate deniers or people that say it's a hoax, who are the ones that are putting it out there still the most, as far as you're concerned? Is it the fossil fuel industry? Is it another group?
Yeah, the large carbon polluters, the Koch brothers, ExxonMobil, the usual suspects, they took the playbook from the tobacco companies when they wanted to hide the medical evidence on cigarettes, and they've hired the same PR firms, and they're spending a huge amount of money to try to pull the wool over people's eyes. But there's a new participant in this discussion, Mother Nature. Turns out she's pretty persuasive.